podofthrones.com.
What?
Your one-stop source for Pod of Thrones information. Is that good? I just wanted to catch people's attention. What if they really wanted a t-shirt?
Oh my God.
From our show and they didn't know where to go? Well, now they've heard me go podofthrones.com.
Fuck yeah.
Okay. All right, babe, one episode left.
Oh my God, I can't wait.
We're about to watch episode 6. We have the Lore Master Kevin's single text preview of the week, and it just says, Gendry for the Olympics.
Okay.
Or Gendry, I'm sorry.
Gendry.
I'm an asshole. Gendry for the Olympics. So there we go, guys. I don't know what that means, but
let's find out.
We're going to find out. Brace yourself, babe.
Okay.
Here we go. Holy fucking shit, I'm exhausted.
Holy shit and moly.
It was,
Yeah?
It was tense to the very end there.
Oh,
I feel like
gosh.
my voice is hoarse now from, I don't even know. I wasn't yelling at the screen, was I? I don't remember. It's
From
all
clenching your
sort of
neck?
a blur. Maybe.
It was very, I have no words right now.
Okay,
I knew
so
this was coming.
which part? The dragon?
Yes. I've been saying it all along.
Excuse me. I'm just gonna
You all
clear my
verklempt?
I am. I'm all, yeah.
I got a little bit verklempt about Viserion. Is that who that was?
That was, I believe it was Viserion. He was sort of a lighter, paler color than the other one.
But of
Rhaegal
all the
should be green.
dragons, of course, it has to be the brother dragon. I only say that because it was named after her
Viserys'
brother.
dragon. Well, that's a good point. Viserys' dragon is the one that's turning evil.
Right.
Ooh, yeah.
So shall we start at the beginning? Or, I mean, we were already talking about the end. It was intense.
Okay.
Oof.
I mean, almost.
I have chills thinking about it. That was another great show.
Yes, this was last week was the lull between the first storm and this storm. And now.
By far, this is the best season.
Yeah. I mean, still not easy. I mean, Viserion dying is kind of a bad deal. I mean, it's not.
Well, but we knew it was coming, and they don't have a whole lot more to. One more episode.
It could have been worse. I mean, it seemed like we were going to lose Tormund there.
Do you remember we were predicting that the war was not going to start until next season? But it looks like it's actually beginning now.
Well, but with one episode left, the war itself can't really begin. This was a skirmish.
Sure,
like a
but
preliminary
I mean, it's on now.
Oh, yeah.
It's on, motherfucker.
It's on like Donkey Kong. Yeah, I mean, the war can't really begin until the zombies cross over. And we still don't know.
Get across?
Well, they're either going to walk around on the water, which is kind of where they are right now.
You know what they're going to do?
Or they're going to find a way to blow up the wall.
Fucking Viserion.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to blow up the wall.
He could melt the wall with his dragony fire.
I think he's going to have ice breath now. I think he's an ice dragon now. Not an ice dragon. Again. I think an ice dragon.
Huh.
But still, I mean, he can blow up things with his ice breath.
Yeah.
He can blow up the wall with it just by going, blowing ice balls at it.
I have no clue, because being subject to the Night King's magic would imply that he can't cross the wall any more than any of the other undead can. I mean, even Benjen couldn't cross the wall, and he was only half undead.
But they can now.
Who can? Well, the Night King?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we think maybe because he touched Bran that gave him special powers going into the tree. Same kind of magic on the wall, so there might be something there. But we won't know till he gets there.
I don't know why it's taking him so long.
It's got to be next episode.
It sure is taking... right, because they're right there. I mean, as we saw, Gendry was running from that point... Ow. Something just stabbed me in the eye.
It wasn't me.
From that point to the East Watch, right?
Right. It
Took
took
him
like 10
a day
minutes.
or whatever. Right. 10 minutes showtime, but probably a whole day. How far can you run in a whole day if you're running in your Gendry?
Yeah, the old ancient Greek story of Marathon comes to mind, right? That was a guy
I don't
that
know
ran.
the story. I'm dumb.
Well, he was just trying to get a message from one city to another. I think one of them was the city of Marathon. And he ran 23.6 miles, estimated.
Okay.
And then collapsed dead at the end, but he got the message to where it needed to be.
So let's say it was 20 miles.
Could have been. And Gendry almost died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get a craven.
A craven? You need Samwell? Samwise. No,
Sam.
Samwell.
Yes.
Samwise is
Just
Lord of the Rings. It's just Sam.
I wonder where they're at right
boy.
now. Sam and Gilly.
Yeah, we have no idea. They got a lot of shit. This last episode better be long. There's two. Okay.
They're going to arrive at the wall.
Who? Okay, the undead army will arrive at the wall next episode.
Sam and Gilly.
Oh, they're going back to the wall?
Where else are they going?
I think they're going to go find Jon, but I think they know that Jon's not there. Right? They know that he's in Winterfell.
Well, that's
yeah,
the wall.
because Sam sent him the memo
that's
about
not
the
the wall.
dragon glass.
Right. Well, that's fine. Whatever.
Yeah, Sam's
They gotta
probably
go
heading
back
for
to
Winterfell. Jon is going back to Dragonstone because he's on Dany's boat.
Oh, shit. Okay. Let's go through this show. Sorry, everybody, we're just fucking blown away.
The water isn't frozen next to the wall. I mean, it could be in a matter of hours once the Night King gets there, but it's not frozen next to the wall right now, which means they might not be walking around the wall. They might still, like you said, blow it up, do something magical.
Okay, so let's talk about what happened.
Okay.
In the beginning.
In the beginning, the Lord of Light created man and woman. Well, why don't we just do the little bitty shitty, and then we'll save Viserions' resurrection. You know, we'll work our way back to that. You want to talk about Winterfell real quick?
Yeah.
It was short.
That is some fucked up shit that's happening right
yeah.
there. What is wrong with Arya? Is it really Arya?
Well, okay. Interesting question. I was noticing that her hair and mannerisms were very, very similar to Bitch Girl.
Bitch girl. Now
Yeah.
she's gone too far. She shouldn't be in Winterfell.
Anyway. I don't know. But why would she...
Why is she being such a bitch? Because she's the bitch girl.
And why would she be... She was heading to King's Landing, though. There's no reason she would have done that.
Bitch girl knows all about Arya's life because all of the stories she told when during the Game of Faces.
That's true.
She knows hot pie. She knows. She said, that I once met a boy. She told her all of these stories.
That's true. She should have been happier to see hot pie.
Why is Arya being such a cunt?
I don't know.
It's not right. Something's weird. Or maybe she's just right. I mean, she did see Sansa doing all those things up there. And Bitch Girl knew about that too.
Which things?
Standing on the stage with Ned and trying to say he was a traitor and just please forgive him, blah, 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 blah. And then he gets his head cut off.
Yeah. I feel like word of that would have spread through all the regions, don't you think? Like what happened on the day of Ned's execution? Don't you think?
I still think that Arya told Bitch Girl everything during those games.
I'm saying in terms of like Sansa's ability to save face with the...
Yes, it did, as we
North.
saw in the plays.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Of course, the plays were skewed, but if the rumors travel, then everybody knew that she was there and that she begged for Ned's life and called him a traitor, and he called himself a traitor, and then he was killed anyway.
Do you think it's really Bitch Girl?
I don't.
Is there a good chance? Arya can't be dead.
I don't think it's Bitch Girl, but there is something fishy going on.
Wait a second. Arya, when she saw Nymeria, that was definitely
didn't
Arya.
like her.
Right, but I mean, if it was really Bitch Girl, Nymeria would have bit her face off. Unless Nymeria was confused because it looked like Arya.
But
Nymeria knows her smell.
Arya was all verklempt about that one, and there's no reason that you would act.
That's true.
Act if you just thought it was some dumb wolf, even if it was a giant fucking wolf.
So it was really Arya then. It has to be Arya.
Yeah, it has to be Arya.
So she's just being a bitch.
Well, so is Sansa.
But Sansa's afraid of her because Arya's being all weird.
But Sansa was also being a bitch to Brienne. And
True. No, there's a reason for that. You saw the look on her face when she left.
I don't. Oh, was she? Okay. All right. Let's start at the beginning here. So Arya's talking about how awesome Ned was and how supportive he was, and then she shows Sansa the letter and reads it out loud, right? Okay. And she says, you betrayed your family for Joffrey. Your Joffrey.
Your beloved Joffrey.
Your beloved. Oh, he's so sexy. And Sansa's upset, but Sansa's afraid. Arya's getting inside Sansa's head and says, you're afraid the other lords will read it. Mm-hmm. Will read this.
Right. Is Arya just testing Sansa to see what her true loyalties are, if she wants to be queen for herself or whatever?
Maybe. But maybe she's just going through a little something right now, and
sure, she's pissed off.
We know that Maisie Williams is 20, but Arya seemed so little at the beginning of the show that Arya now could still be in her,
she's like 15, 16.
Mid to late teens. Yeah, so she could just be going through, rebellious hormonal teenage shit.
Sure.
Totally possible.
Of course.
Sansa too, maybe. Maybe they're just both being bitches together. Okay, so Sansa gets all afraid there. And then she talks to Baelish, asks Baelish where the scroll comes from, and he's like, I don't know. It's so weird. But he says he says she's rocking this whole ruling the North thing. And he also says that Arya would never betray her family.
Right. That was interesting.
But then he says Brienne could help.
Uh-huh. I didn't quite understand what... I thought he meant that Brienne needed to talk to both of them and work things out or something.
He said maybe Brienne could intervene if one of the daughters was going to do something to harm the other. Mm-hmm. And I don't think he meant kill, because how could Brienne do that? Brienne's supposed to protect both daughters from harm. She can't harm one because one wants to harm the other. She might need to, wrestle him into the ground or something.
So why did Sansa send her?
Well, okay, right. So then that's the next question is, Sansa gets an invitation to King's Landing. Weird. We didn't really get a reason for it. But then she sends Brienne away on purpose, even though she was just kind of mulling over the idea that Brienne could help.
Right.
I'm confused.
Well, I think that's the point. They want us guessing.
We shall have to discuss this later in the week.
If she's going to help keep them from harming each other, I don't know. What good could she do?
Okay. I don't know. And why is she being summoned to King's Landing in the first place? Like, I mean, it could just be another one of those bend the knee type things.
Well, do you recall the last episode where her and Jaime were talking about how they needed to get people that were previously their enemies on their side? Maybe that has something to do with it.
Maybe Cersei's going to try to woo the North to help fight Daenerys.
Maybe. I mean,
I suppose it's possible. I mean, they don't know that Jon Snow is there. That Jon Snow and Daenerys are getting all buddy-buddy.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't think of any reason they would know that.
Woo, Jon Snow and Daenerys.
Not yet, man. But those...
Oh, they're going to fuck like monkeys.
I thought... Well, actually, I was going to say, I thought you were going to say something like, get it on like Donkey Kong. But fuck like monkeys is kind of the same thing. Okay. But she was being a real bitch to Brienne, who's trying to talk her out of... I mean, at least let me leave Podrick. Wait, she didn't say Podrick has to go anyway. Brienne could have just left Podrick.
I don't know what's going on. Whatever. I'm so confused.
All right, so I'll leave that part behind now. I just don't understand what that whole scene was about. And then Sansa breaks into Arya's room to snoop around and finds a bag of faces.
Awesome. Bag of dicks.
Almost. Probably just as rubbery and chewy.
Yeah, that freaked me out when...
Yeah, you did. You jumped. Why?
I did. You didn't see that scene. You were looking down you were writing.
I saw her pull the little floppy little face out of the bag.
You saw it fall out?
Yes.
Oh, it just freaked me out. I don't know.
I don't know either.
At first, I thought it was like some alive skin.
In 2 weeks, we've watched 3 seasons of Walking Dead, and you haven't jumped like that. You jumped more at a floppity rubber face coming out of a bag than someone getting their guts pulled out of their bodies by the zombies.
I'm used to that.
I guess so.
So I'm not afraid of the White Walkers anymore.
Okay.
It's nothing compared to some of the Walking Dead corpses.
And then Arya just threatens the shit out of Sansa.
Do you think that... Never mind. I know.
Okay. Well, I wish you would have finished that thought.
Well, do you think that Walking Dead and...
Okay. Go on.
Do you think that they share actors for their zombies? I bet a lot of those actors, like...
Probably not. They film most or all of Game of Thrones overseas, and Walking Dead is filmed in Georgia.
Huh.
So
okay.
Probably very different extras. Plus, these zombies can run if they need to.
I wish we could go be zombies and...
Yeah, it'd be fun. Eat someone's guts.
Yeah.
Nom, nom, nom.
Anyway, back to the story. Show. Back to the show.
Okay, so Arya basically says, I could cut your face off. That would be fun.
Yeah. She comes at her with a knife.
Well, it doesn't. I mean, she doesn't.
What did she think? What is she thinking?
But then she gives the knife to Sansa.
I know.
I was expecting Sansa to wait for Arya to leave the room and then turn around and just start stabbing at the faces on the ground.
It's all just head games.
Well, it is, but what is Arya's goal?
I don't know.
And why isn't anyone going after Baelish?
Well, they need his help. They need his army. They do.
It's not, I mean...
They don't have enough people.
It's only his army as long as he's alive, and then it's Robin's army.
Okay, well, where the shit is he?
I don't know.
They sent him off somewhere.
He did leave the Vale, I'm pretty sure. He left the Vale with the army, I think.
He went to go train or something.
No, that was a long time ago. He did train with Lord Royce, but then I'm pretty sure he left the Vale with the army. It was time for him to see the world, Baelish said.
Right.
So he should be there somewhere. He should have been at the Battle of the Bastards, but we haven't seen one scrap of him.
But how convenient that Baelish just sent him away and he's in charge.
I guess, yeah. Well, that is very convenient. Now, if Baelish met an unfortunate accident, Lord Royce would not be sad, and Lord Royce would probably be happy to keep the army around as long as he can. Maybe just not even remember to tell Robin that Baelish died, or something like that.
They sent Royce to the Wall.
What? No.
Didn't they?
No, I don't think so. I think he's still there in Winterfell.
They sent him away.
No. I don't.
All right.
Well, you're making me second guess myself, but I don't remember that. Let's mull that over.
Okay.
Maybe we can research that during the week and see if Royce is around. But it doesn't really matter because they're not going after Baelish, unfortunately. But something has to break again in this last episode. So in the last episode, let's make a list of things that have to happen. The zombies have to get to the wall.
Right.
They're
right there.
Daenerys and Jon have to fuck. They have to meet Cersei. They have to have a meeting with Cersei because they got the zombie. Arya and Sansa, they have to conclude their little fracas, whatever you want to call it. Bran has to do anything. Really.
We didn't see Bran at all.
I know.
It's all right with me. It's all right.
I want
me,
him to
Bran.
do something, babe. He has to do something. He's not serving a purpose right now.
That's why he wasn't on this show.
Well, but he's got to do something before the end of the season here.
He
Come
will.
on.
Of course he will. He'll touch a tree and he'll say, this is going to happen. Or that happened. Oh, he has to tell Jon that he's a Targaryen. So Daenerys and Jon won't ever fuck.
They'll still fuck.
He's going to show up and he's going to tell Jon that he's related. And then Jon's
how?
like, oh,
I mean,
I can't.
He could have sent a raven a really long time ago. But Jon is going back to Dragonstone right now. So unless Jon gets back to Dragonstone, fucks Daenerys, and then immediately rides north, because admittedly he hasn't been home in a long time, he and Bran aren't going to have a chance to have a sit down. If that's the only way Bran's going to deliver that news, Jon has to hightail it over there in this last episode.
Well, he needs to get back to Winterfell anyway, because everybody's about to fucking
burst or slice each other's faces off.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Something bad's about to happen in Winterfell.
Well, yeah, so that was it for Winterfell. There was a little bit of Dragonstone tension between Daenerys and Tyrion.
Right. Daenerys is not quite trusting Tyrion's.
She's glad Tyrion's not a hero because heroes do stupid things, like run off to the north to capture a zombie.
Yeah.
And Tyrion says that Jon's in love with Daenerys, and she says he's too little for
Oh,
me.
pshaw. Yeah,
What
she's
does that-
smiling.
What the fuck does that mean?
He's too short. She likes
Short?
tall, big guys like Drogo.
Is Jon short?
Yeah.
Is he a shorty McShorty?
Yeah.
Huh. So she'd rather have Tormund.
She likes tall guys.
Or the Hound. The Hound is tall.
Jorah might be tall.
He's taller. Sure is old, though, compared to her.
Gosh, how's Jorah going to feel about this? He's not going to be happy.
Well, it's going to break him a little bit on the inside, but I think he's happy to be alive, and I think he does legitimately believe in Daenerys, besides being in love with her. And I think every time he goes to bed at night and takes off his shirt, he's like, yeah, she can't fuck me.
Oh, so he's okay with it.
No, I mean, he's not going to be happy, but he's not going to do anything stupid because of it.
Is that what you would do?
What? Cry myself to sleep because I got scars all over my chest?
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe.
I feel so bad for you.
Well, you can't go.
I would be with a scarred person like that.
Well, good, because I came down with the stone cooties a couple days ago.
Oh.
So.
Well, let's get ready to peel your scabs.
You sound so excited about that.
It sounds fun.
You would really enjoy that, actually. I could see that.
Ew.
You should be a maester or a maestress.
I'll be the first.
They're sure that going into King's Landing will be a trap. Tyrion wants to take the high road on this one, and his point was she wants to break the wheel. We're back to that again. And she cites, well, Aegon did this and this and this. And he says, well, Aegon built the wheel, which I thought was an interesting point. So we have to be different if you want to change things, truly change. He laid into her for being impulsive, killing the Tarleys, flying into a stream of arrows, yada, yada, yada. And then he started talking about her succession.
Yeah, that was a bad timing for Tyrion. He chose a bad time to talk about that.
I really don't understand what his point was. I mean, yes, she can't have kids, but she obviously hasn't finished the war. But
well, I think his point is we are all your children. And if you die, what is going to happen to everybody that is following you?
I say you put a crown on Drogon.
I like that. He'd be so cute. He'd be like all snarl tooth and
yeah.
He'd smile. Take a picture.
And he's probably fireproof, so you could even just like dump a bunch of molten gold on his head to make it like a helmet.
Oh, he'd love that.
Golden helmet. Yeah, he would.
He would.
Mm-hmm.
That would be cool.
Should have done that for Viserion.
Wah,
wah. All right, so that's about it until really the wall. Let's just talk about the wall then. Holy fuck balls.
Well, you mean Beyond the Wall?
Beyond the Wall, the name of the episode too.
Oh man, that was some stress. So they come upon this band of White Walkers and a White Walker and his little band of misfits.
Do you want to start at the beginning with the bear?
Oh my God, the bear was that? Oh, that bear was a dead bear, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
I was thinking all along because his eyes were all glowy. I was thinking, gosh, he must have special snow vision or something.
Oh my God.
I know, so dumb.
Well, we got some words.
Second time I called myself dumb tonight.
We got some words of wisdom first. Fucking keeps your balls from freezing and falling off.
Right.
So that's good. That's good to know.
And fighting.
Funny that we met a bear right after that because we know how much Tormund loves bears.
Yes.
And Tormund also said to Jon that Mance should have bent the knee.
Right. That was
said Mance's pride got the better of him, which is strange to hear Tormund be so wise.
Well, he's seen a lot since then. A lot of death.
That's true. He sure has. And I don't think he enjoyed watching Mance not bend the knee and die horribly. Let's see. Gendry was bitching about penis leeching. Always nice to reminisce about
Little
that.
whiny butt. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This episode had a lot of reminiscing. They were talking about their dads and stuff too, and how honorable they were. And Jon tries to give Longclaw to Jorah, who says, "No, I don't deserve it."
Right.
And Tormund really wants to make babies with Brienne.
Oh,
I know
that was so cute.
That's not a big revelation, but the
Giant
conversation,
babies.
the conversation between him and the Hound was great.
Yeah.
Just Funny.
Yeah, they're putting a lot more funny in it right now. It's not quite as
We
serious.
needed it.
Yes,
we needed
did.
it. We needed a little levity for these guys in the Great White North, eh?
Mm-hmm.
On their way to die.
Agreed.
Let's see. What was the other? Oh, Barrick says John doesn't look like his dad. Wah, wah, wah. And that's about it. They were, having a nice time, but Barrick said they were talking about the resurrections and all that, and he said they wouldn't find joy in this life, but they can save others. So there you go. And then there's a bear. What did you think of the bear, babe?
He was big.
Was it really a bear? It seemed awfully large. It seemed larger than your average bear.
No, it was a bear. I think it was a polar bear. A really, really big, like... Of course, it's a giant polar bear. They have giants in the north.
Yeah, and they have Tormund in the north. Yeah,
It's
they,
like
they
a
grow
giant
them all
polar
bigger
bear.
up north. That's true. And it was also undead.
They make them bigger up there.
They did say something when the bear started moving towards them that I guess you missed, which was, do bears' eyes glow blue?
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, they said that at one point. So you knew it was going to be something nasty and probably not going to be nice. Just going to start
Boy, it
biting.
sure wasn't.
No, we lost one or two randos. They had a few extra people with them.
Yep.
Someone got mauled pretty bad, and then someone else looked like they got mauled and tossed to the side, but maybe they were okay because we still had a couple randos left for the final fight. But then Thoros got, Thoros saved the hound and got bit for it. And the hound just sat there like a dumbass.
Yeah, I hope he feels bad.
He better feel bad. I mean, the bear was on fire. We get it. You got problems with fire. But come on.
Get over it.
Yeah. Your friend's
dying, right?
Friend's
You
getting
guys
his chest bitten.
You guys were just having a nice little chat a little while ago.
Right. The hound really fucked that one up.
He does that often.
Yeah.
When it comes to fire.
But they were able to save Thoros by putting a flaming sword on his chest. So he's got that going for him.
For a little while.
Yeah. I've heard more than once from a few different, if the movies were real kind of things, that is not what you should do to cauterize a wound.
No, not a flaming sword.
Not a flaming anything, because for the damage it does, it's probably not really going to stop the bleeding, but it's also going to cause a lot of swelling, which is going to just make things worse.
Sure, and then it gets infected.
Yeah, probably the least of your problems after being mauled by a zombie bear. But yeah, all in all, there's just no good way around it.
Well, at least he didn't bleed to death.
True. Thoros has that going for him. He did not bleed to death. Thoros, meanwhile, is the drunkest man you ever saw. I liked that quote.
Yes.
And then they find a small line of undead. They build a trap, a little campfire.
Oh, is that a trap?
Yeah, because they were right there to ambush him. At first, I thought it was the bear corpse. But
I did too.
Then they
I
jumped
did
out
too.
of nowhere.
I was like, there's no way that bear corpse wasn't there. And then, yes, we saw the fire. I didn't realize that it was a trap. Well, good on them. Except then they had that unfortunate screaming guy at the end there.
Yeah, we saw a glimpse of the magic. It was very Lost Boys.
Yeah.
Kill the head vampire, and all the other vampires either die or turn back.
That was pretty cool.
It was cool, except one of them didn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of weird. He must have been playing hooky from his own regiment.
Right.
But it was nice to see
His
John kill a
girlfriend
White
was
Walker.
over in this one.
Do we know? It would be nice if we knew how many White Walkers there were. But we don't.
Yeah, we don't.
One down.
Except we know that
news.
it's all of the dead people.
That White Walker had one of those big-ass spears that John was fighting.
The ice spear.
The big ice spear.
Yeah.
There's a smaller ice spear that one of the other White Walkers had later.
Mm-hmm.
But not that big one with the giant. It's like a lance, really, more than anything.
Very sharp at the end.
Yes, clearly. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
John did not get hit by that one, thankfully.
No.
Nope, he was A-okay. Killed that White Walker good.
Cut him right in half.
But they find a zombie. There's one left. He's all confused and disoriented. They
Yeah.
try wrestling him to the ground, knocking him out. They hit him on the head, I think.
I forgot that they were supposed to take one back. I'm like, what the fuck are they doing? Just kill it.
Well, remember my prediction from last week. They just need to walk 10 steps north of the wall, stab Jorah in the guts, wait for him to zombify, and then carry him back home to Daenerys, who he wants to serve.
Right.
No one ever listens to me, and it cost us a dragon. Motherfucker.
Or they could have just waited for anyone to die because it happens all the time.
Yeah. They could have just
In the
stopped
north.
at like a...
They didn't have to actually kill anybody because everybody's dying all the time out there.
Well, they could have just stopped at like a nursing home outside Winterfell.
Yeah.
And just taken an old guy that's on his last legs.
Exactly.
Just got to die in the north. That's the only
Right.
thing. Oh, well, no one asked me. So, unfortunately, they tried to capture the zombie who turned out to be a bit of a screamer. A little bit.
Yeah. And all of the hordes came. All of them.
It was pretty awesome how they worked that out. I thought it was funny again. There was some humor. It was interesting that the zombie line tried to circle them in.
Yeah. Well, they're smart now.
The Night's King is there, so I'm sure it's
He's
all coming out of
controlling.
his head. Yeah. Interesting, all the same.
Do you think that he can see through their eyes?
Oh, I bet he can. I
All
bet
of
he can
their
do that.
eyes?
He's the arch nemesis of Bran, so he could probably do stuff like that. Sure. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
I bet he can. And then the ice crumbles. Oh, but that was the thing. So the water is frozen. They thought it was land. It's actually ice, but that's the sea, I think.
Right. And there's a little rock out in the middle there.
So that's what we've been seeing on the opening credits, where after they show the wall or whatever, Eastwatch, they show the map again. It flashes to the map and the water looks all frozen and icy. So that's what's going on, but it wasn't frozen all the way down past the wall like it is in the picture in the credits, because Daenerys could still sail there.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for humoring me. So we had the circle. That was cool.
Yeah.
They fell in. It was like remember those synchronized swimming from like the Olympics in the 80s or whatever?
Yeah.
And they would just like all fall into the pool like
it looked
dominoes.
kind of weird, didn't it?
Yeah, they just kept doing
The
it.
way they were walking.
Yeah. But funny. And we got some more humor shortly after that. Oh, Thoros died, though. How do you feel about that?
Good.
Okay, well.
We have too many people.
And Gendry ran for it. Almost forgot.
Oh, yeah. So there's the marathon.
Right. He ran his marathon, made it to Davos. But Thoros died in the night while they're all just standing there on that rock.
Yeah, I think he froze.
Well, blood loss plus freezing. Probably not a good combination.
No,
Yeah.
but like the Hound said, it's probably a good way to die.
Yeah, well, better than getting eaten by zombies.
Oh my God, yeah.
And then they burned his body because they don't want him to be a zombie.
Right.
Right. So you know something bad's going to happen. They're all surrounded by zombies. What can you do? Now, Gendry gets to the wall and says, "We got to send a raven." I'm still bothered by the amount of time that things take in this world.
It only takes a raven a day.
But they weren't out there. They were out there overnight.
They were out there a day and a half.
How do you figure?
Well, so they arrive. What time of day did they?
I don't know.
They arrive, I thought, in like the afternoon. They're on the rock through the night.
Mm-hmm.
They wake up. It's the next day. And then they flash to later in the day. So I think it's like a whole day and a half, or maybe like a whole day. And it took Gendry like that long to run.
Well, I will say you're right.
I don't know.
Well, you're right. It's longer. There is some extra amount of time there because they burned Thoros, and
Ravens
he
are fast.
wasn't still burning when Hound started throwing rocks at the army, which was
Okay.
funny. Funniest moment of the show.
Yes.
Maybe funniest moment of the entire show so
When
far.
he
That
knocks
was
that guy's
awesome.
jaw off.
He just stands there, and Hound's like, "Dumb cunt." I think the show has made you used to the word cunt.
Yes, it has.
You got really
I
offended
hated
by
it.
that word
I
when we
used
started.
to hate it.
Go back and listen to our earliest episodes, and you'll see Jennifer being like, "I don't like that word. We shouldn't say that word ever." Like, but they say it in the show. If I want to quote Bran calling Joffrey a cunt, there's no cure for being a cunt. Then I got to say it, right?
Yeah.
Now look at you. You're all used to it now. And Beric tries to convince Jon, I think, to charge through the enemy line and get the Night King.
I don't know if that was what his plan was.
Wasn't
but
a good
it did
plan.
not seem like a good plan. Charging through that line.
That's not exactly what he said, but he was
Right.
sort of
I was like,
his plan was something along the lines of, wait, we don't need Daenerys. The Night King is right there. Just go get him.
mm-hmm.
That's what we're here for.
Right.
Not a great plan.
No.
But
it
Beric
seemed
is...
like they were gearing up for it, though.
Well, eventually they would have had to do something, I guess. But Hound accidentally showed everybody that the ice was solid again. Oops.
Oops, indeed.
But that shows how much control the White Walkers and Night King have, because just a few soldiers went across to test the ice.
Yeah.
Very smart. And awful.
Interesting.
What can you say? It was a huge fight. Anything stick out to you? A couple randos died, I think. 1 or 2. Sort of miscellaneous wildlings.
It was what is there to say?
Tormund. He took a beating.
Yeah, I was worried for Tormund. It looked like he was gone for sure.
Something bad was going to happen. You thought maybe that's going to be it.
Yeah, he was screaming.
He's going to have a hell of a scar now. Maybe Brienne will find that sexy.
Ooh, I
do you
bet she
think?
will.
Mm.
Oh my gosh, Brienne.
Those two have
it was
to get
very
together.
stressful for me to watch.
To watch Tormund?
To watch that battle.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's why we were so on edge and still on edge half an hour later.
Yeah. So Dany took 5 minutes to get there from Dragonstone.
Right, of course. I mean, dragons fly at warp 6, I think, in the Star Trek, warp codes. Tyrion tried to tell her to do nothing. Just don't go. Just sometimes you got to do nothing. And she said, nope.
What the hell was that about?
Well, he thought she would get killed, and she almost did.
Okay, but he was going to let Jon just die?
Yes. That if it was Dany dying or Jon dying, he chooses Jon. And if you got to choose someone, you choose the one that you're not in love with, I guess.
You think he's in love with her?
Tyrion?
Yeah.
Yeah, in a certain kind of way.
Everybody's in love with her.
He knows he can't get her, but it's like Jorah. I think Tyrion has the same kind of love that Jorah has, which is I really wish we could be a thing, but I'm too broken and we can't be a thing. I'm just going to love you from a distance. A short, short distance. That's exactly what... No, that's not what I meant. I just meant being physically very nearby, but from a distance.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Just like Jorah. Jorah knows he's too broken for Dany. And maybe a little too old.
What is so appealing about her?
I don't know. She's not very nice.
Right.
If
she's
she
kind of mean.
If she joked around more and smiled and laughed, she'd be super hot. But as it stands right now, she is not a treat to be around. I don't know.
There's your tip for the day, girls.
Be cold and aloof.
Don't be cold and aloof.
Don't be cold and aloof.
If you want to date.
Well, but everyone's in love with Dany. So maybe you should be cold and aloof.
Well, I guess maybe you should. Okay. Well, I think it's just because she has all this power.
But Jon could be in love with her because he's boring right now, and then she's boring. So between the two of them, they can be the boringest couple ever. Just sit around and glower at each other all day long.
I think they'll make each other happy.
All right. You say so. Well, she did smile at the end. I guess.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough.
And that was the most emotion I've seen from Jon when they're sitting there and she's by his... We're skipping ahead.
Okay. Let's get back. All right. Big fucking battle. Tormund almost dies. The Hound saves him. So at least he did something today. And then Dragonfire. Just as things are about to go south. What?
It's
Bad
crazy.
dragon. Well, the Dragonfire was awesome.
Crazy. Oh my gosh. If they had just had some kind of formation where they did the sweeping motion and maybe take out the king first.
Well, she doesn't know about the king, but now she does. Ooh. She's going to try to find him, but
he's going to have to get some kind of ballista thing to kill the dragon from afar, because now they know not to get close enough to his spear. How far can he throw that thing?
Pretty far. He threw that thing really far. No human could throw a spear as far as the Night King threw it at Viserion. And we thought Drogon was going to die because he was a sitting duck there on the ground, but the Night King wanted to show off. So he aimed up high in the sky, tracked Viserion as he was flying.
You mean Drogon?
No, I mean Viserion.
Oh. So he was showing off. I thought you were
Right.
talking
No,
about
he could have killed Drogon much more easily, I'm saying. If he had
Right.
thrown
Yeah, that was
spear.
the other thing is why didn't he just shoot? He was close enough to spear that dragon. He could have just got him while he was down.
Well, he doesn't know who Daenerys is. So he probably wasn't like, well, that's who needs to die. He probably figured, well, this dragon's not currently destroying my army, so we'll just leave him for a second. We'll kill this one that is currently destroying my army. Because those troops that died aren't coming back.
Right.
You know, they were.
I hope
burned.
that he took out at least 10,000.
Maybe. You know, it was a swathing path of fire. It's gonna kill a lot. Oh, okay. So he aims for Viserion and he lands the shot right in Viserion's side. There was a lot of dragon blood.
Ripped his
fiery.
Yeah.
It was it on fire because of the ice spear? Did that do something to light the dragon on fire, or was it just his blood burns?
I think that it ripped open his chest area where the fire is generated.
His fire sac.
Yes. It ripped open his fire
Yeah,
sac.
his when he was starting to fall, his sternum area was bulging a lot more. It looked like it was inflating like a balloon.
Oh,
Probably hurt.
yeah.
Sorry, Viserion.
And then he drowned. Well, he was already dead, but then he fell in the water.
Yeah, covered in blood.
Oh my God.
That was for something that you know is 100% computer generated. It's pretty awful to see.
Yeah, poor dragony dragon.
Yep. What happened then?
Is this a moment of silence for him?
Yeah. I'm still kind of overwhelmed with all the shit that happened. Okay, so they spear the zombie captive on one of Drogon's spurs or whatever the fuck comes out of his back.
Oh, well, I guess he'll stay alive. That's right.
Right, he's not going to bleed out.
That's right. I didn't realize that that's what they did.
Yeah, they stuck him on top of a sticky thing coming off of Drogon's back.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. And then Jon got all ragey.
Yeah, stupid Jon. Just get on the dragon so they can leave.
Right. He did give her the warning that there was a second shot coming, so I guess that was good. He might not have been looking that way if he had gotten on the dragon. But then he tried and he got pulled underwater. It didn't seem like he was going to die, but you didn't really know how he was going to get out of it. And they have to fly away. They have to leave him behind. What are you going to do?
It must be colder than a witch's tit out there.
I'm sure it was. His clothes were frozen. That was kind of awesome. Watching them like peel his clothes off him later.
Yeah.
Cracking noises. But then he gets saved by Benjen.
Do your clothes eventually not be so cold since they're just frozen?
Maybe, but it's probably too late for you by then, if you're really still out there.
Yeah, Benjen, yay!
Benjen shows up one last time. Sacrifices himself. I feel like we should be sad about this, but we've only seen him four times in the whole show.
And all he's doing is wandering the white
wastes.
Yes.
And scouting, I guess, because he was watching for shit like this to go down.
Yeah.
He saved Jon.
He was there.
Yeah.
Now, where is Ghost when you need him?
No clue. We haven't seen him in Winterfell. We haven't seen him north of the wall. We haven't seen him at the wall.
I hope he's not a zombie dog.
Oh, that would suck.
But I bet there will be one. Somebody's going to be a zombie dog. We have Nymeria, and we have Ghost. That's it.
Summer died inside the tree.
Mm-hmm.
No one had the chance to burn him.
Fuck.
That's going to happen. See a blue-eyed Summer charging at Bran's face.
There'll be a fight, a wolf fight.
So that was the end of that scene. And
it'll be Nymeria's wolf pack against the white dog.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I hope we see Nymeria's wolf pack again. All right. Hound puts Zombie in a boat. Kind of funny to see. It looks like he's sailing somewhere on his own. And Daenerys is sad on top of the wall. And then the horn blows. Boop, boop. And it's Jon.
Right?
Bow,
he made
chicka,
it.
Bow, wow. He gets naked for you.
And he's got all this.
Were you kind of turned on?
A little bit.
A little bit?
A little bit.
Those scars don't put you off?
No.
Deep, oozy looking gashes?
No, it just makes me feel bad for him.
would you be afraid to like accidentally touch that while you guys are making love?
Of course, but I'd still do it.
Or would touching it turn you on more?
I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. I don't know that it would turn
Sure,
me
you
on
don't
more,
know.
but it would make him more vulnerable. So it's sexier.
Sorry, I asked. Okay. You're going to find me in the hospital tomorrow night with like 6 stab wounds. They hold hands and they talk about her baby and how she's going to kick everyone's fucking ass because they killed her baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, blood and fire, definitely her thing. She did not, like, she's sad about it, but it's not like, oh, my poor baby. It's like, my baby. You know, she's not.
She's like, let's
She's
go
not feeling nicey nice.
kill us some more zombies.
She does not want to parlay and find a peace agreement between herself and the Night King.
That'd be a fun meeting.
Could you imagine if they had killed Drogon? Because she'd have the same attitude about Cersei at that point. I think King's Landing's going down.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
She just would have burned it up the next day.
Mm-hmm.
John calls her Danny. Wasn't that cute?
It was cute. It's like a little nickname.
All the rest of us have been saying it forever.
Niggity nicknames. She's going to start calling him Babe.
And he makes another pledge to her. Well, not, I guess calling her Danny wasn't a pledge, but he makes a pledge to her. Doesn't
Yes. He's going to bend the knee.
he? Bow, chicka, bow, wow.
Bend those knees.
Yeah. But he does call her queen. My queen.
Yeah, that was pretty sexy.
So he believes in her now. It just takes one massive life saving.
Well, she saw the dead people walking around trying to kill people. That's what it took. She needed to see it.
But didn't she say before that if he bent the knee that she would, join the war against the undead?
She did, but now she said he didn't have to bend the knee. She'll fight with him.
Oh, well, that's true.
Didn't she?
I think so. Well,
and
she
he's
said
like, he would bend the knee anyway.
That's true. Yeah, she said we will avenge him. Well, she didn't say we'll avenge him. That was my note. But she said we're going to destroy that motherfucking Night King before he said he would bend the knee.
Right.
So he didn't have to do it. Maybe that's all he was waiting for this whole time. If she had just said, yeah, let's go kill some undead motherfuckers.
No, it's like, Tormund talking him into it.
Well, yeah, that too.
Plus all the shit that they've been through.
Plus, she saved his life.
He may as well.
Yeah.
She has dragons.
She saved all those other lives too. And then finally, last scene of the show. Bunch of zombies pulling on chains. How did they even, where did the chains come from?
I know. Is there a diver zombie?
Well, did they set up a smithery?
Right. Where are the chains?
Who was carrying those chains like 20 minutes earlier? All right, that's it. Someone needs to be fired. Weak writing. Wait, what do they call? No, wait. Lazy writing? Lazy writing! That was the call from last week, wasn't it?
Oh, they're magical chains.
They could be magic chains. If this was
Maybe there's
Dungeons
a boat
and Dragons,
nearby.
if this was D&D, you could totally just cast a spell and conjure those chains. I'm sure about it.
I'm not sure how they came about.
I don't know.
Or how they got around his neck.
Oh, well, that part's probably easy. I mean, you throw a few zombies down there, it's worth it to get yourself a dragon. They can move in the water, they just really don't like it.
Okay.
As evidenced by the night-long vigil.
All right.
Just saying.
They don't like to go in the water because they can't swim or something.
No, they can't. But they did climb out to get Tormund.
I know. That was weird.
They were going to pull Tormund under.
Whatever.
Anyway, so they found Viserion's body. He's all sleepy,
still looks pretty good.
Sleepy looking there on the well, all the blood washed off him, so that helps.
Yeah.
The overall appearance.
Oh God, now he's got some pretty blue eyes.
Maybe he just won't have a breath weapon at all.
Oh, he will.
Well, because if they pierced his flame sack.
What's he gonna do? Bite him?
Yeah.
In the air?
Isn't that enough?
No.
All right.
The flames will kill him, right? I mean, flames can kill him.
Well, he will be more vulnerable to
guy.
fire. We would imagine so.
Not an ice guy.
He has to. He has to be at least somewhat vulnerable to fire.
I wish we could just watch the next one right now.
Hey, who knows? Maybe it's been leaked already. Fucking HBO, man. You need to hire some better data security guys. Holy shit.
They should hire you.
No.
No? You don't want that job?
Well, I just don't know that much about data security, like
You
nitty
just gotta
gritties.
bullshit your way. I'm telling you.
Well, I do know the concepts. I could lead a team. I just can't implement. How about that?
Fine.
I could give a team direction. There we go.
Yes.
HBO, you can hire me now. That's fine. As long as I get early access to cool shit. Yep. Okay.
That was crazy.
Yep. Pretty crazy.
I'm tired. I'm emotionally exhausted.
I'm going to need you to find some spare energy reserves. Doesn't have to be tonight, maybe tomorrow. But we do have some other stuff to record.
What?
Jeez, don't snap at me. Well, I think we should do it the midweek episode.
What is it?
Hopefully,
What
actually
is
during the
about?
midweek instead of Friday night. But we're going to put out an extra special podcast.
Oh, that.
Oh, that, yes. So wait for details, guys. There's an effort forming, and we're intending to be part of it, if everything goes smoothly this week, of a Game of Thrones podcast podstravaganza, sort of crossing the streams between a bunch of different Game of Thrones podcasts, to do a little... It's sort of like, remember We Are the World?
We are the world.
Right. It's like that.
We are the children.
Only podcasting.
We are the ones that make a better place. Something like
Brighter
that.
day, I think.
So let's start giving.
Am I supposed to burst into song now?
Yeah.
There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. Yeah, well, this will be for charity. Did I say that yet?
I don't know.
I can't remember. Okay, so it's like We Are the World of podcasting for Game of Thrones specifically, and also for a charity.
All good stuff.
So that's coming.
Whoop.
Yep.
Yep.
There will be more details to follow. I don't have any details yet, but we're going to record something in the next probably 24 hours to add to that. So
Yes, it's going to be
there you
very
go.
special.
Wait for that, you guys. It's going to be awesome. I hope.
It'll be something.
It sure will be. Okay, so any final thoughts, babe, on this episode? Or just that we need a nap?
What do
and
we want to
maybe
say what we're going to talk about on
some
that
desserts?
one?
Oh, on the charity episode?
Yeah,
I think we had settled on the theme of girl power.
right. Girl badassery.
Mm-hmm. The badass women of Westeros.
Yeah.
BAWW. Baw. Badass women of Westeros.
Bah.
Baw. I'm Daenerys and I'm a baw.
Okay.
Yep.
What were you saying? Sorry.
How about Balf? Badass woman you'd like to fuck. Balf. Balf. No, I was just asking if you had any final thoughts on the on tonight.
Okay, well, so no,
No, you're just worn out.
I'm just worn out, and I don't know
Yep.
what's going to happen next because we still got to go back to talk to Cersei now with the
I
the
know.
guy.
Let's try to do this for, hopefully we'll record Wednesday or something with Kevin. Let's try to make a list. Kevin, I hope you're listening. Let's make a list of everything that we feel needs to be sealed before, as part of the season finale. I can't fucking believe it's the season finale. Let's make a list. Let's brainstorm all the things that we think need to go down before this season ends. Otherwise, it's going to be
There's so much.
It's going to be an excruciating year plus anyway.
Grey Worm needs to come back.
Oh my God, that's right. Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
So let's put this out to you guys too. Whatever you got. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, The Kid Free Weekend, or at Kid Free Weekend on Twitter. Where else? thekidfreeweekend@gmail.com. Come talk to us.
Let us know what you think needs to be.
What are the loose ends? Let's try to make a good list as a community, people.
We'll-
Give us some feedback.
See.
What?
We'll see what all comes of in the next one episode.
Yes, in the next one episode.
See
I'll-
how many things we can close.
All I can say is this, babe. In that last episode, I hope just one more time we can hear the Hound call someone a dumb cunt.
You dumb cunt.